everyone, it's MAREE here, founder of Beauty in Seoul. I'm back with a video. I know it's been a while. I am 5 weeks now postpartum. Little girl is 5 weeks old. But I wanted to get back into filming and share how I changed my skincare routine whilst I was pregnant, because I feel like there's a lot of information out there about what you can and can't use, and it's a little bit confusing. Obviously, I'm not saying that there is a right or wrong answer on this. I feel like a lot of the ingredients haven't really been tested because, let's face it, it's really difficult to test things on pregnant women. I think it's mainly what you feel comfortable with using and how you want to, I don't know, change up your skincare routine or not. So definitely not a authoritative voice on this. I think definitely check with a dermatologist or GP in terms of ingredients that potentially you might not want to use, for example, retinol or some stronger medication to treat skincare conditions such as acne. But I just wanted to recap how I personally changed my skincare routine throughout my pregnancy journey. So if this is helpful, let me know. Baby girl's just gone down for a nap, so I'm hoping I can quickly film this video before she wakes up. So one of the first things you probably hear is to refrain from using actives, and by actives I mean things like acids and retinol, mainly acids and retinol. So I cut out using retinol throughout my pregnancy journey. Some people continue using it, that's completely fine. It is, however, recommended that you refrain from any vitamin A derivatives, so I didn't even use softer vitamin A derivatives such as retinol either. I completely cut it out. One active, however, you can use is vitamin C. So I was religiously using vitamin C every day throughout my pregnancy, safe in the knowledge that obviously it's a really great skincare ingredient to help brighten, maintain good skin health, strengthen the skin barrier, brighten, etc. But it's completely safe to use whilst you're pregnant. I also found personally that when I was pregnant, I did suffer from some hyperpigmentation, which is really common. And so I felt like using a vitamin C definitely helped keep that at bay. I started developing some freckles along my cheeks and some dark patches around here. Again, very common throughout pregnancy. So I felt like using a vitamin C serum daily really helped with that. So the one I was using was obviously my favorite one. This is from 107. This is their Vinbiome vitamin C serum. It's also chock full of amino acids and prebiotics and probiotics. So just a really great serum for all around good skin health, and is a really good anti-aging or well-aging serum as well. So I was using 2 or 3 drops of this every night. And yeah, I think I felt good that I was using some sort of active to help keep my skin health good, but without using retinol. Another substitute for retinol that I was also using was bakuchiol. So I was using the Purito Bakuchiol Timeless Bloom Revitalizing Serum. So if you've not heard of this ingredient, people dub it as a plant-derived natural replacement for using retinol. So it has been shown to have the same benefits in terms of well-aging, helping to refine fine lines and helping to improve skin tone. So bakuchiol is quite a good retinol alternative. Obviously, I probably would say it's not quite as effective as retinol, but I do think it really helps keep good overall skin health and strengthen your skin barrier. I really like this serum. First of all, Purito, I mean, most serums from Purito are really good, but I like this one because it has more like a milky texture. I find it really hydrating to use, and I would often use this as part of my daytime routine. So yeah, I think combining these 2 serums really helped keep my, I guess, skincare routine good throughout pregnancy. And I didn't really suffer from any hormonal issues throughout my pregnancy, but I know some people can get hormonal acne and breakouts. I'm not saying that that is due to these, but I really did find that my skin continued to be good throughout my pregnancy because of using these 2 serums. So another ingredient that they usually recommend you refrain from using during pregnancy is BHAs. So there's different types of acids that people use to mainly refine skin texture, exfoliate the skin gently, and that's BHAs, AHAs, but you can also get LHAs, PHAs, and they basically all differ in their molecular size and therefore how deep they can penetrate the skin in terms of cleaning out your pores and helping to refine skin texture. So I basically stay clear of BHAs, although I did use AHAs and LHAs a lot of the time. Basically, BHAs are probably the strongest acid, and PHAs, LHAs, AHAs are slightly smaller and work more on the surface of the skin, so still offer you a really good exfoliation, but a lot more gentler than using, say, a BHA. In terms of exfoliating my skin, what I would do is use either a physical exfoliant, such as this one. So this is the mung bean wash off mask from House of Doa. So every Sunday I would use this mask as a little bit of a treat myself pamper routine, but it also has finely ground mung bean in it. And so after I would let it set on my face, I would gently pat on lukewarm water and massage in the granules. It's really soft, really gentle, really good for sensitive skin, and that would do enough to kind of help exfoliate my face. And then I would also use this Purito mask. This is the Hydrop Sweet Gel Mask Glow and Pump. It says here this is intense moisture for dry skin. It's kind of like a honey consistency, so I would use this during winter, but it actually also contains PHA, which is a very small acid which basically works to gently exfoliate on the surface of the skin. This is why it's good for sensitive dry skin types, because it's not too harsh, it's not going to impair your skin barrier. So I would find that these two are enough to kind of help keep congestion at bay, help minimize pores, especially around my T-zone, because I got really sweaty during pregnancy. So yes, that was another thing. Instead of using a stronger BHA, I would use AHAs. So you could use kind of lactic acid, or like I said, PHA or a physical exfoliant as well. Finally, obviously sunscreen is really important all year round. So even though the majority of my pregnancy was kind of in autumn and winter, I was still clearly applying SPF every day. Now, the jury's out in terms of whether or not you should be using chemical sunscreens. Obviously, chemical sunscreens are absorbed into the blood, and physical sunscreens work by protecting the skin and offering a physical barrier to reflect UV rays. I personally decided to use a physical sunscreen, just because I think there's some really good physical sunscreen options out there now. So the ones that I was using were the Skin 104. They have a Airy Fit sunscreen, which is SPF 30. So I would basically use that if I was just staying indoors or wasn't really going out anywhere. SPF 30 was completely fine for me. And then I would use this one from Dr. Curacle. This is the 5 Alpha Control No Sebum Sun Lotion. It's kind of got a watery consistency. Obviously offers SPF 50 UV protection. It tends to be more suited for oilier skin, but I just like the thinner consistency of this one. And yeah, I was just using those two physical sunscreens. Now that baby girl is here, I am still breastfeeding, but I have gone back to using a chemical sunscreen purely because I feel like the consistency of chemical sunscreens are a lot more elegant. They feel a lot nicer on the skin. But for the 9 months I was pregnant, I did opt to use a physical sunscreen. Now, some people continue to use a chemical sunscreen. You definitely can. I think I was just being extra cautious. Maybe that's just a first-time mum thing that you want to do everything by the book. But yeah, that was just me. So yeah, basically the 3 things I changed were removing any actives from my skincare routine. So no retinol, no strong acids such as BHA. The second thing I did was use, I guess, softer alternatives such as vitamin C and bakuchiol. using softer alternatives for exfoliants such as physical exfoliants and also LHAs and PHAs, and then finally using a chemical sunscreen. Now obviously due to all of the hormonal imbalances during pregnancy, your skin can drastically change. So like I said, I started getting areas of hyperpigmentation, but also my skin was super dry. So obviously I went back to tried and tested favorites that I knew would help soothe my skin, help strengthen my skin barrier, and help retain moisture in my skin. So I was using a lot of hyaluronic acid, I was using a lot of Centella asiatica, I was using a lot of facial oils and sleeping masks, especially during my nighttime routine, to help replenish that moisture because it just got so dry, especially during the winter months. So I would just say, you know your skin best. It can change drastically during pregnancy. I would say just monitor it. And like I said, there's no real hard and fast rules on what you shouldn't use. I think I was just doing my research and looking at guidelines about certain ingredients that potentially you may want to cut out of your skincare routine. But like I said, it just depends on everyone's, I guess, risk appetite and how much you want to cut out certain things. So yeah, I hope this was helpful. If there is any other pregnant mamas out there, let me know in the comments, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.